What's going on, Tiffas? She first in our hearts, even after the L. How are we doing, Tiffers? Thank you for liking the stream. You're here to enjoy the start of your end. Don't worry. So it's a long season. It's only week 3. All right, you guys ready? Just give it a little few seconds for people to come in. You know, get in. We got a show for you guys today. Oh, the boys. Yeah, your boys. Oh man, we'll talk about them. There's a few games we want to talk about. Try not to touch on every game, but we'll briefly touch each game. Made 650 tonight, Moss. Sheesh.
Big hitter.
What's going on? It's your boy BikeyMrown. Welcome to the Brigade Fantasy Football Show, and I'm here with my co-host, the one and only
Mr. B.
Mr. B. We're gonna start by cracking up in a cold one here because I don't know why I'm still drinking after I retired, but you know. Here we go with a Cutwater lime margarita. It's 12.5%. I wish I had a light beer. This makes me wish I had a Corona. But how's everybody doing tonight? You would appreciate no Bears talk tonight. Somebody smells like shit.
Somebody smells like shit.
Oh man, we'll get into that. We won't talk too much about it. We're gonna try to make this one. We keep saying we want to make them shorter, but we haven't been able to make. We've been going like 2 hours, but that's only because of the amazing questions that come through from you guys and the participation of chat. It wouldn't be possible without you guys, and the reason why they go longer is because we love chatting with you guys and we love football and we love talking about it. That's what this show is about. Obviously, we're talking about our league that we got going on here, but just in anybody's league. I mean, like I'm in 5 leagues, Piffin's in 4 leagues. We have 9 leagues combined just the 2 of us.
I think I'm in 5 actually. Yeah,
oh, you're 5? We got 10. We're in 10 leagues between the 2 of us, so we're kind of nutty. But you know, I mean, but welcome in. Hi, Sunshine Cat. How we doing? How we doing?
Actually,
well, let's get right into it. We want to start off with we start with the Monday Night Football games. Duh. All right, so Monday Night Football games. First one we don't really have to talk about too much because it was a blowout. We got the Bills romping the Jaguars 47-10. I know Piffin has something to say about this one. What you got there? I mean,
in all 3 games, they scored over 30.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen, 4 touchdowns again. Not even a rushing touchdown. I had him for that tonight, but he didn't get it. But
I did have him for rushing touchdown. Yeah.
But he right now he's my lead guy for MVP. I think he wins MVP. He's shown that he don't need Stephon Diggs. You know, he don't need Gabe Davis. Him and James cook. Let him cook.
Let James cook.
Let him cook. He's just been dominant. I mean, he's been making it look easy. Like the games aren't like, you know, besides week 1 where it was a little close for that first game, but other than that,
he's been popping off. Four passing touchdowns in the first half. Insane. Leading rusher, 6 carries for 44 yards. But you know, James Cook got in there for a rushing touchdown as well. I did like to see. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and he had receiving yards too. So he was doing a little bit of both. So.
Sorry, Moss. I don't know why I keep forgetting to fix. My bad. I keep forgetting to freaking fix this damn bot tray. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
no caps. Sorry. Justin Fields looking good though. You miss him? Yeah, Justin. We'll get into Justin Fields right now. What's up, Dave? I know you're hurt. We'll talk about your game here soon too.
It's all about the system for him. I think they put a. You know, I mean, they were really waiting for Russell, but
yeah, I know. Yeah, so now it looks like I mean, it might be Justin Fields' team to lead now. I mean, they've had kind of an easy schedule starting off too, though. So
but you know what?
The
first 2 games he played, the first 2 games he didn't look great. Like it wasn't like, oh, he was spectacular, that's why they won. It was more close game. He didn't look his best. He ran for a good amount, but it wasn't like he was throwing the ball. But today or yesterday. he actually
You're not banned. You're banned.
he actually looked good. He looked good. So
I do want to give a little side shout out to Christian Kirk. We've been wondering where he's been, and he literally was the only, like, I guess, silver lining for this game. 8 catches, 79 yards, no touchdown though. I did have him for I went on a side and did like a little side parlay of a little Christian Kirk resurgence. I did like a 80-yard and a touchdown catch, but obviously fell 1 yard short and no touchdown catch. Same thing with Etienne. He had a touchdown the first 2 weeks, but no touchdown today. But he did have 68 yards on 11 carries. So Trevor Lawrence, man, I don't know, man. He's I thought he was going to he made a bit of a leap last year and thought he was going to keep it going this year, and they're not looking good. Jaguars start off 0-3. Let's go into our other Monday Night Football game, which was a lot more exciting. We had the Washington Commanders, who I forgot changed their name to the Commanders. I kept calling them the Washington Football Team. But they defeat the Bengals in a close one, 38-33. Mr. Jaden McDonald's he's popping off, dude. Oh man, this rush stat says 12 carries for 39 yards. I had a parlay that they paid me out for 40 plus. I hope they don't rescind that. I'm gonna be sick. You're gonna take like $90 away from me, but
I can't. Once they pay you out, it's over.
Is that how it works? I know. I'm about to.
It's not my fault.
I'm about to withdraw. You guys paid me out already, man. They already paid me out. Yeah, the Etienne TD. Yeah, no TD from him. Jaden Daniels looking nice. The number 2 overall pick. 254 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also had a rushing touchdown. Resurgence of Mr. Scary Terry McLaurin. Piffin was wowing over the insane catch he had there in the fourth quarter.
Really nice catch.
Yeah.
Sealed the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
4 catches.
That sealed it. Yeah. 20 yards, 4 catches. You know what I'm saying? Century mark.
Also, Jamar Chase on the other end, too. Jamar Chase. I mean, it was an offensive battle. 38-33, really high-scoring game. Jamar Chase able to get 6 catches for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns himself. Joe Burrow didn't play terrible, but neither defense able to stop the opposing offense. We got a nice little Zach Moss touchdown at the end of the game for those fantasy owners of Zach Moss out there.
I have my sleeper pick of fantasy.
It's nice to see Zach Moss put up some points. 12 carries, 58 yards and a touchdown. He also caught 5 catches for 39 yards, so like just short of 100 yards rushing and receiving. You love to see it. I feel like Zach Moss. Yeah, Zach Moss. I mean, he's primary back. I know he has Chase Brown there, but like
Chase Brown's just more like faster, like more explosive.
Yeah.
I get it. I give him that. He's super fast, but Zach Moss is just a running back. He knows how to do his job.
Yeah, it's kind of like
only 12 carries. But being down early, he didn't get to run the ball as much either because they were down, I think, 2 scores early.
Kind of reminds me of I hope it doesn't turn into it, but kind of reminds me of like the Raheem Mostert H.A.N. thing where H.A.N. kind of was the guy who averaged like 9 yards per carry and eventually took over. But Zach Moss is the boy. Hopefully, Chase Brown got hurt. Did he at the end?
I saw. Well, he was there for the second to last play when they scored. He was all the way into the last minute of the game. I saw him because I thought he was about to vulture my boy Zach Moss's touchdown.
Yeah, I know. We were like, yo, get him out. Zach Moss better be in there. Noah Ziggy says, yo, I'm thinking of PA packaging. Flowers and Etienne. Who should you target? Flowers and Etienne.
Wait, for what? Like as a trade?
He's wondering who he could target if he could package them to and ship away. I guess it depends on what your needs are, right? You need running back, wide receiver.
Yeah, depending on what you need. I mean, anybody would take that. You're giving away two number ones. So Etienne just had a bad week. I don't know if he had a touchdown. I don't think so, but
he did okay. He had I think he had 10 to 12 points fantasy wise. But maybe if he could Kean Coleman scored. That guy.
Yeah. I was like, yo, he had zero targets last week.
Yeah. You might be able to get Jawan Jennings for that pack. No, I'm just kidding. You could get I don't know if you could trade up. I mean, if you could trade up in running back, like if you could trade up for Derrick Henry maybe, or
you could try Derrick Henry.
Or A-Chain had a bad week this week, so there might be people hopping off the A-Chain trade. I just traded for him in one of my other leagues, and I was sick because I got rid of Derrick Henry. But luckily, it was my work league. That's not worth anything.
They never vetoed it. They never vetoed it.
Nah, I vetoed my own trade after it started going processing. I was like, Nah, this is a bad trade. I could have got more. I should have went for Saquon from somebody, but you know, it's okay. It's a work league. I'm not worried about that one too much. It's just it's a nice one. But
yeah, Waddle's a tough one. No, we'll get to those guys.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I got Burrow, Etienne, Aaron Jones, J.K. Dobbin, Amon-Ra, Zay Flowers, Drake London, JSN, Laporta. Laporta is just looking terrible this year, but we'll get to that too.
Yeah, Laporta's I think it's a low ankle sprain, so it's nothing too crazy. But he did get hurt during that game. Yeah. Aaron Jones looking nice. J.K. Dobbin's not as good as he did the first 2 weeks, but he's solid. Amon-Ra, yeah.
Pittsburgh's defense is good.
Exactly. So. Amon-Ra.
He had a good week.
He's heating up.
Zay Flowers is the number one. You know,
Drake London's also heating up too.
Yeah, and I think you stay with what you got. Honestly, like
your team looks good.
Yeah, it's very well balanced. You got Zay Flowers who gets rushing and receiving. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Jones gets passed out the backfield. So is Etienne. I just think Etienne had that week. I think he bounces back though.
Yeah, and Etienne,
you can start the other two and then have another guy play the flex.
Yeah, unless you could grab like unless you could secure like a Saquon or something like.
Exactly.
It has to be something like big Saquon, if you're doing a 2-for-1.
Maybe Jamar. I mean not Jamar. Maybe Jettas.
Jettas.
I would take Jettas in that trade. You could even add Zay Flowers, London, and Etienne for Jettas because he's the way he's been playing. He's eating.
Yeah, Drake London's getting the ball. Yeah, Kirk Cousins is only gonna continue to throw at him now that he's getting comfortable too. I think. So I think Drake London.
I think you sell him high.
Yeah, he's questionable at first, but yeah, you could sell him high. JSN, I don't know how he did this week, but he obviously popped off week 2,
week before,
and I don't know if like he's holding value enough to where because like you got DK and you got even Tyler Lockett had a good game this week too. So I mean, it all depends on that. All Cousins passes were checkdowns. Hey, you know, it's kind of like how Zay gets all his yardages too, right? It's all checkdowns, like quick little passes to Zay, and he just runs. We got Scooby wanting to trade away Zach Moss and Deontay Johnson for Zay in a redraft. Me and Pip like Zach Moss, so
Zach Moss I like Zach Moss. My sleeping pick of the year. Yeah,
I like Zach Moss, and Deontay Johnson is probably gonna. He could. Adam Thielen pulled his hammy. Deontay Johnson's number 1 in Carolina, and you got Red Rocket at QB now.
Red Rocket. I think Deontay Johnson's gonna be a hot start. He's gonna be a hot start.
Yeah, Deontay Johnson.
No Thielen. You know, they have the other guy, what's his name? Legetts?
There's Migo or whatever, or Mingo.
Jonathan Mingo. They have Leggett. They have a couple other receivers over there, but Deontay Johnson's the number 1. He had a lot of targets, a lot of passes. So I think you stay with those two, and then you got Zach Moss, who every week has been putting up 10.
Yeah, Zach Moss is like that. Yeah, Zach Moss is like that bell cow. Like he's not gonna be putting up no Barkley numbers like 31 points, 30 plus, but you always want like a flex or RB2 that you could rely on to get you your 10 to 12, 10 to 14. And Zach Moss could be that guy. Are we really high on Henry? I'm
high on Henry.
I wasn't sold on Henry, but I mean, man, but he's kind of like the better version of Zach Moss in my opinion, where his floor is really high. His ceiling may not be as high. Like this week, probably gonna be the highest scoring week in my opinion. This is gonna be one of his highest scoring weeks because he had
their schedule gets easier though now because they played a lot of tough teams early, so now they play a little easier. And that was the thing with the Ravens too. They would get to the goal line, and then Gus Edwards. So now you got Derrick Henry, who can run the ball, not just in the goal line in any down. It could be 35. He's not going to get stopped right away. You know what I'm saying? Because he's just an animal. He's a big guy. He's a machine. So
yeah, Derrick Henry's. It's like Zach Moss is that 10 to 16 range, and then Derrick Henry's like his floor is like 13 points up to like 30 like this week though. So it's like, he's like he'll guarantee you some stuff. Xavier Leggett, is that the guy you're talking about?
Xavier Leggett. He's a rookie. I think he was a rookie. He's a rookie last year. He's a rookie this year. He's supposed to be good. So
yeah, Pacheco's coming off a major injury. So who do you rather have in a dynasty league? I
would take Pacheco just because he's in a better offense.
Only because he's Seattle's offense kind of looking nice too, though. The thing is, Pacheco has a major injury. I mean, it's an injury that he'll come back from. Now, I think I'd rather have a broken bone than a torn, like a pulled hammy, low key.
Kenneth Walker got the abdomen or whatever.
Yeah, true. That's a tough one. I mean, yeah, Pacheco is probably better long term. It just depends on how he's gonna come back from this injury. But he should. I mean, like, yeah, broken bones are better than like torn ligaments. So even though it sounds weird,
hard to come back from,
yeah. Let's see.
What do you think if I do 2 for 2, ETN and Zay for Marvin Harrison Jr.?
I'm not sold on Marvin Harrison Jr. yet.
Not yet.
Personally,
not yet.
Personally, I'm not sold on him yet.
He had 2 good games, but I gotta see it. Like, has to be another game of consistency. You know,
yeah.
Like, he had 4 catches. I think he only had like 3 catches this week and a touchdown. So
yeah, I'd be higher. Exactly. Yeah, I'd be higher on Malik Neighbors if I was gonna pick a rookie, rookie receiver.
Malik Neighbors definitely.
Yeah. Malik Neighbors, I think, is probably the best rookie receiver. I'm trying to think if there's any other rookie receivers that are good. I mean, MHJ though. He's got to be a target over there. It's just him and McBride and Greg Dortch. So I mean, like, I like McBride. He didn't do too hot this week, but
he got hurt too. I think.
Yeah. So I mean, I think
that was a killer in one of my leagues too.
He hurt his butthole. Full PPR. What do you say? Gibbs, Ramondre, Keenan for DJ Moore, Brock Bowers, and James Conner.
That's tough. Keenan Allen. If he's talking about Keenan Allen, I don't know. Because Keenan Allen, he's just injury prone.
He's also very. Let's see. Okay, you got Amon-Ra, you got Nico, you have Devontae, you have. Oh my God. Honestly, you should trade a couple of those guys for something bigger, low key. Yeah. I would even do a 3 for 3. You should try to do like you might be able to sell high Devontae right now.
Devontae, Waddle, and maybe like a running back, and try to go for Jettis.
Keep Amon-Ra and Nico, and then try to use a couple of those guys to trade up for like a big running back or a big receiver, in my opinion. Because you already have your. Your top 3 are good.
I would even do Nico and Devontae for Jettis, just them 2 alone.
Yeah, you can do that.
Devontae for Jettis, I would do that.
Yeah, if it's 2 receiver league.
I would accept that trade.
If it's a 2 receiver.
Yeah. I would accept that trade if somebody was to send that to me, because it's like, damn, both of those guys can pop off, but Jettis is popping off every week, so it's like
that's facts.
You're risking it. You're risking it with just the one guy losing 2, but 8-man league,
yeah. Let's see. Noah has he's trying to trade for Neighbors and A-Chain. A-Chain had a bad week, so you might be able to get for A-Chain, but Neighbors, they're gonna probably ask a lot for it.
Yeah.
But you might be able
2 touchdowns 2 weeks in a row. It's tough.
Yeah.
To give that up.
Try to think of who you could get for. You might be able to try to do like an Etienne Zay for A-Chain maybe.
Yeah, somebody will probably take that.
Etienne Zay for.
I wouldn't trade for A-Chain just because he's another one. He's like always questionable. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I'm worried now just because they don't have a passing game really. So like now they're locked in, right?
The ball so much.
Like
too many checkdowns.
Yeah, look at Chuba Hubbard this week. They finally have something open up in the passing game, and Chuba Hubbard pops off. Let's talk about it, actually. Let's get into some of these games. The Panthers.
We do appreciate the questions, though. We do appreciate the questions.
We're gonna keep rocking them in here. But Andy Dalton, the first quarterback of the NFL season to throw for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. That obviously opening up the running game. Chuba Hubbard, 21 carries, 114 yards. Deontay Johnson, you mentioned him earlier, 8 catches, 122 yards. We had Am Thielen also catch another touchdown, but he got hurt, pulled a hammy at the end. So Chuba also got 5 catches for 55 yards and a TD.
He had a game. I drafted him in almost every one of my leagus. Yeah, because I'm like, he's the one back. Yeah, he's the one back. He was cooking at the end of the year last year. They said Bryce Young broke up with his ex-girlfriend. She got caught at the game with somebody else. Did you see that?
Wait, what? No.
Yeah, they said that Bryce Young was she was at a game with Tyrese Maxey at a Philly game, and they put them on the big screen. He found out, and that's why he's been playing bad.
Ain't no way. That's insane. The only concern about Carolina though is that they do have Jonathan Brooks coming in off of IR, a rookie. So is Jonathan Brooks? I just know his last name is Brooks, but he's coming in off IR. So we'll see. I mean, if Chuba plays like this though, then he's got it on lock. So we'll see.
A lot of people were expecting him to come in and take over, but
yeah, but now
because he was an animal in college. He was pretty good. And I didn't know him in college. I just seen the highlights because everybody was like, it was a big talks about Jonathan Brooks coming into the league. Like he was ranked so high in drafts, so that's like I had to see what it was about. But he was good in college.
Yeah.
He was the number 1 running back drafted in the draft.
Yeah, I would probably decline HD. I think you should try to get better packaging. Honestly, I'm all for. I'm big for giving up more players to get a higher player. So if you can stack 2 for 1, 3 for 2s, you could get like somebody of the upper echelons if you just package. If you want to really package. Ramondre is gonna lose value just because he had a bad week this week. Gibbs is a solid, consistent one. A-Chain and Ramondre don't really have trade value right now just because they both had bad weeks, right? So like, just play it off the week. Eckler had a good game going, but he did get concussed there. But he did score a touchdown. I've been high on Eckler since the beginning too. So
he was breaking up some good runs. I give him that. He was breaking like he was just getting beautiful block, and he was in the whole good. So that's what she said. Hey, yo.
I'm just like I'm high on Eckler still. I think that I said before Brian Robinson. Good job for Brian Robinson. He played he's played pretty good so far this year. But like I think,
he's been consistent.
Tonight he didn't do too good though.
He had a touchdown today though.
Did he? Oh, he did. Well, everybody had a touchdown today, man. Yeah. 16 carries for 33 yards, 2.1 yards per carry. Austin Eckler, 3 carries for 35 yards and a touchdown, and he's like pass catching back, 2 catches for 22 yards. I mean, I like holding Eckler. How's Singletary do? Let's talk about your team. All right, we got the New York Football Giants getting their first win of the season. What do you guys say about it, Piff?
We needed it, man. 2 weeks in a row, Daniel Jones looked good. He looked good. The Browns got a tough defense. Myles Garrett. He's an animal, but he did get hurt as well. I think it was like early in the third quarter, so that was a big thing for us. But our offense looked good. It looks like we're getting into the groove now. Daniel Jones, he looks more comfortable. Even week 2, I don't think we should have lost. I think we should be 2-1, but we didn't have a kicker, and nobody else on our team can fucking kick the ball.
Wait, so was your kicker healthy this week, or was it a new kicker you had to sign?
I think we had a different kicker this week. I can't even tell you because I was just focused on the game itself. Like I didn't even care about the kicker. I don't think he played though good now. But Daniels look good, and Malik Neighbors, man, offensive rookie of the year,
dude.
That's my offensive rookie of the year pick.
He's fucking target magnet, dude. 8 catches for 78 yards. I don't know how many targets he had that game. Probably like 12.
I don't even have it on there, but yeah, he had a lot of targets.
Also the resurgence of Mr. Amari Cooper. If you were able to find some way to freaking buy him for cheap last week, I guess as soon as Deshaun Watson is throwing literally like 55%. But if you believe Amari Cooper, he's still that guy. 7 catches, 86 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He's gonna be very volatile though. He's very volatile. I'm not sure about that. Kenny says, should I trade Montgomery, McLaurin, and Likely for Hill and Jacobs? Yeah, I would. Hill's gonna be bad for now. He's gonna be down for now. I don't know if McLaurin. McLaurin had a good game today, right? So that's
the only one I like out of that is
Montgomery. Montgomery though is
Likely hasn't been doing nothing the last 2 weeks. He's literally had not even 5 points.
But that's why he's throwing him in there, probably. No, that's who he's getting rid of, right? Montgomery, McLaurin, and Likely for Tyreek Hill and Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, if they accept it, if they're gonna accept it, take it. Why not?
Yeah, because if you get Jacobs and Hill,
and Tyreek Hill's still gonna get his catches. He still had like 5 or 6 catches this week. So he just didn't have a lot of yardage, but
3. But yeah,
three catches.
They had a terrible week this week, but it's you only have to deal with this for what 3 more weeks, and then as long as your team's pretty solid all out, once Tua comes back, as he's planning to, Yeah, as long as he's coming back, as long as he comes back and stays back and doesn't take any shots, it should be good there. That Miami offense is struggling right now. Josh Jacobs, though, I think Josh Jacobs is kind of he'll be pretty consistent, just like Montgomery. He doesn't score like Montgomery does, but he does get the yardage. So I think
Montgomery is the better option as the running back right now. He's been consistent every week as well. Like it's just hard to trade somebody who's consistent every week. You know,
I
like
know.
he's getting a touchdown every week. You know, one week he gets 100 yards, and then the next week he'll get 50 yards, but he still got a touchdown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think and for me, any player that's giving me 10 plus consistently every week is a good player to have.
That's true. No, Montgomery is probably the most consistent scoring with 10 minimum. One of the most consistent scoring. It's kind of crazy too because a lot of people drafted Jahmyr Gibbs over Montgomery. I don't even understand. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs is the pass catching back typically. Look at this stat. It says he has 0 catches for 20 yards and a touchdown. Was that a fumble? Oh, was it the hook and ladder?
I did the hook and ladder. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, because he didn't catch it. The hook and ladder. They call that receiving.
So it's receiving yards.
I guess so.
Because it was a pass play. Like if it was a run play and then he shovel passed it, it'd have been rushing yards. But since it was a pass play and then it was a quick transition, they have it as receiving yards.
I'm surprised they don't. That should be a passing touchdown by Amon-Ra. Man, I should have more stats from my Amon-Ra. Should have been a pass there.
Unfortunately, it was a backwards pass.
Yeah, but Montgomery, I mean, it's a tough one, but you're banking on the high side of Tyreek Hill resurging, you know, as soon as Tua comes back and hopefully stays healthy. Jacobs and Montgomery might go hand in hand, but like Montgomery might have the slight edge on that, and then likely is not worth shit. So. If you think Tyreek
Hill has
Hill,
another good game, even Andrews, man, 0 points this week. It's just bad. Oh,
I wouldn't mind taking a 3-week hit though to take Tyreek Hill for McLaurin. Basically, is what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know this is like sometimes you can't afford to wait that long for somebody to get good if you need wins. So you gotta look at it too. If you're making the trade, but you need wins. You know, that's a tough,
it depends on your position. Yeah, if you're starting off 0-3, you probably can't afford that trade. You need a win now kind of thing. If you're 0-3, but if you're like even 1-2 or 2-1 or whatever, then yeah, I think you could take that trade. How about my boy Malik Willis? Revenge game. I call it a revenge game against the Tennessee Titans. He pops off 13 for 19, 202 massive yards, but more so the 6 carries for 73. What?
I wanted you to make the Peter Parker, the Spider-Man with the glasses thing, like Malik Willis or Michael Vick.
Yeah, Michael Vick.
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah. I always do that with I did that with Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers before. But Malik Willis, man, popping off. He was using his legs, 6 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
He looked good, bro. He looked like what he was supposed to be when he first came out, and why they drafted him so early. So.
He looks like a good game manager. Like, I mean, obviously the offensive scheme or whatever they been doing it for practice these first 2 weeks or the last 2 weeks, like. Literally maintain low on throws, let Josh Jacobs do some of the bulk work, but then he can also work it with his legs as well. I mean,
too, the Titans run defense just couldn't stop a fucking nosebleed. Like it was just terrible.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Yeah, I mean what did we run for? They ran for 188 rushing yards, and then the Titans on the other hand hurt my heart. 33 rushing yards, only 14 yards on 6 carries from Tony Pollard. I don't know why the hell they let Will Levis throw 34 times when you got Tony Pollard in the back and Tyjae Spears. At least like they don't even have double-digit carries. I mean,
they were down. They were down early.
They were down early. Yeah, they threw a pick six. He had a pick six.
I think he got sacked 8 times.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he got sacked 8 times.
Sacks. Yep, you're right. Yeah, I mean, he said it pretty good though. DeAndre Hopkins had a little resurgence game too. Yeah. He was hot last year. 6 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown. I don't care. Packers won. Good, the Packers won. We're 2-1.
Go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go. Man, can't wait till Jordan Love comes back too. Any other games we want to touch on before we got the Broncos, the defeated the Buccaneers, who we thought were good.
No, man.
Maybe they aren't who we thought they were. Buccaneers getting romped by the defeated Denver Broncos, who get their first win, 26-7. Baker Mayfield just had a terrible game, and then Rachaad White, was he hurt or he just only carried the ball 6 times for 17 yards? I know he got hurt at the end of last week. Maybe.
Yeah, they had him limited. Kind of. It was kind of weird, but.
What did Bo Nix do, man? Bo Nix just
he popped off. He just was throwing the ball and running it. He had a rushing touchdown early in the game.
And he was finding Cortland Sutton, who was nice.
I don't know who Tyler Dade is, but that guy was vulturing the yards.
Tyler Batty.
Oh, I couldn't read
Batty? Batty?
Oh, Batty.
Is he a Batty? I don't know.
Yeah,
but we got and then Chris Godwin's still keeping up the impressive season so far. We got Mike Evans after a strong week 1, kind of sucking ass these last 2 weeks. His 1,000-yard receiving in jeopardy right now so far. I don't know. Kind of worried about that guy. You worried about Mike Evans?
Yeah, I don't know. He might be on the trade block.
He might be on the trade block. Nino Pena says Andy Dalton for MVP. Are you a Carolina fan? Red Rocket.
Red Rocket.
Let's see. We touched on the Seahawks. Oh yeah, we got Dave here. How about the Niners blowing a? What was it? It was like a 14, 17 point lead. And no, it was like a 13 point lead in the fourth quarter. I don't know what it was, but they were winning by a lot.
I'm just gonna say this: people just don't understand that Matt Stafford is really one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He really is, yeah. skill wise
of all time. He's probably in the top 25.
A Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He got his championship that he deserved when he first came to LA. He's always been good.
Mm-hmm.
He's always been good.
Yep, and his stats might not show it, but his stats not might show it, but he did pretty good. I mean, Karen Williams did a lot of the work, 24 carries, 89 yards, 2 tutties. Hey, but your boy Tutu Atwell, we talked about this last week. Tutu Atwell,
it's a pickup, man.
Tutu Atwell, 4 catches, 93 yards. Tutu Atwell's been with the Rams since Stafford got there, and when Cooper Kupp was hurt the first time, Tutu Atwell was that guy that filled in there and was nice for them. He showed it here during this game. The Niners, on the other hand, Brock Purdy didn't play a terrible game. 22 for 30, 3 TDs, almost 300 yards passing. Jordan Mason, 19 carries, 77 yards. But Jawan Jennings, dude.
Jennings, baby, the #1 pickup of the week.
Everybody thought Brandon Ayuk was gonna be the guy. He's the guy who got paid. But you got Jawan Jennings going off, 11 catches, 175 yards receiving, 3 touchdowns. He had some
crazy catches. Did you see some of the highlights? His catches were
crazy. Oh yeah, he was sunning.
He caught one over homie's head and pulled the ball around the shoulder. I was like,
he's doing his best Randy Moss impersonation there. That one definitely got hurt for the Niner fans there.
But game management. Stafford would find a way to come back and win. That's all it was. Lions Cardinals.
Lions Cardinals. This one was kind of a close game. I am honestly the only thing that pissed me off about this game, because I was watching and I had the Cardinals. It was one of my upsets. I had them for money line, but they hiked the ball. Goff throws a pick 6 and they call it off, saying that it was a 2-minute warning.
That was tough.
Anytime, if it would have been a completion, I don't think it would have been that, because I didn't even hear the whistle get blown down. I don't know. Kind of suspicious there, because that almost every time whenever a play clock hits 0 and the ball gets hiked simultaneously, they let the play go. They let the play ride. They run it out. They always let the play ride.
Because their clock is different from the TV screen.
Exactly. Exactly. That. And then they show, so on the TV screen clock shows 2 minutes when it was hiked. But then when they were like, let's look at the replay, and then they showed the official game clock next to it, it shows 2:01 when he hiked it still, or it was right after. And they're like, I don't know about that. And I was like,
same thing with Chris Collinsworth when it was Mahomes. We'll get to that game now. We'll do that one
but that was that was a 14-point swing, because Detroit ended up scoring right after that. Good game, but I hate those kind of things, man. They just need
calls like that, just kill the game.
Referees just need to become Tesla needs to start making some robotic referees.
I think everything just need to come from the top,
from the booth. Everything's from the booth. Just use the camera technology. You just see
these refs now.
And then there's a little gun, a little t-shirt gun that shoots out flags every time there's something wrong, and the booth's like, oh no, that was off.
Or they tell the ref on the headset, yo, throw the flag. You got a penalty.
All he has to do is stand there and just throw a flag. It's like the guys at the airport. David Montgomery, though, like we were mentioning, 23 carries, 105 yards there. Amon-Ra, back-to-back weeks with a tutty, 7 catches, 75 yards. I mean, they're looking pretty good. Amon-Ra could have had a second touchdown, but he was so generous to hook and ladder and pass it over to Jahmyr Gibbs. That was actually a sick ass play though. It was clean. It was practice, and it's stuff that you practice but not really see you get pulled off in the games. Marvin Harrison Jr. catches another touchdown for the Cardinals, the only touchdown. 5 catches, 64 yards. He's looking nice. Michael Wilson, leading receiver though, 8 catches, 64 yards.
He had a touchdown week 1 too, Michael Wilson.
They got a few targets over there, really. Actually,
they're decent over there. I mean, as long as McBride can stay good, and this guy Dorich, who was getting like some decent catches, he has some good plays too.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I guess Kyler's scrambling around, he's gonna find somebody to break the play. So.
Yep. As long as he scrambles to the outside, because he can't see over the line too well.
Exactly.
But
I think he's always breaking the pockets.
Yep. You never call him for intentional grounding, because he's never gonna be stay inside the tackles.
Can't never be in the tackle.
Cody says his Bears suck. Yes, I know. I don't even know if we even talked about them. Oh, we did at the beginning. We just said somebody smells like shit.
Somebody smells like shit.
Yeah. What's up, Cody? How are you doing? Are you carrying Duck in some Warzone right now? The Giants are on the board. Yes, they are.
Chiefs.
Chiefs. All right, last one.
And the Cowgirls will be last. The Cowgirls.
Oh yeah. Sorry, we gotta save the best for last. The best defense in the NFL. All right, we got the Chiefs, Falcons. Very questionable pass interference in the end zone over from Mr. Kyle Pitts there.
Wish we could show the highlight.
I know. I wish I could too. I do have a tweet though that's going popular though. I'm just saying.
A couple tweets I saw that was going pretty booming.
Yeah, if I start tweeting more, I'm just saying it shows up. We got. Let's see. Switching scenes. So
I'd be popping off on like Instagram when I comment on like.
Yeah, you just have to be quick with it. So we have.
You have to be like a good one. That's like
Yeah, it has to be witty, and it has to be within the minute that is posted. And then, once in a while I'm on Twitter, but, Chiefs show out in Atlanta for a big one. It didn't really show out, though. I mean, they did okay, but,
they had 20 points.
Dude, points. The Falcons.
They don't look explosive. I mean, they win, but.
So,
they just don't look they don't look like the best team in the NFL right now.
Exactly. So the Falcons on, 3rd and goal from, the 1 yard line. Throw to freaking Kyle Pitts and back in the end zone. He gets grabbed well before, like you said, Chris Collins was like, that definitely looks like a pass interference to me. No call.
How could they not call that?
Saving the Chiefs again, and then and then they get stuffed on 4th down with a shitty run play to Bijan. Bijan's been pissing me off, man. He's supposed to be a top forward.
They try to do that 1 yard run, bro. Just fucking throw the ball.
Yeah,
just throw the ball. It's been working for you. Throw the ball.
Or grab and leap. What happened to leapfrogging over the line?
Yeah,
what happened to that?
QB sneak, push it. Yeah. Figure it out.
I don't like the Cam Newton way. Just freaking jump over it.
Just jump over the damn line. Everybody go low. I'm going over the top. That's it.
Yeah. So, anyways, that PI in the end zone though, was I had 1,100 people have agreed with it out of the 10,000 people that like the post. I'm just saying, and. Yeah, that's that. But here, let's we're gonna pull up the big board here. We're gonna pull up the note board just for your Cowboys. Piffin, what you gotta say about the Cowboys and their the Ravens are a good team.
Highest paid player in NFL history. That's all I'm gonna say. And I back Dak up a lot. Because I do think he's a good player. But yeah, I don't know. The defense just doesn't look good. There's no run game. If the pass game is not there, the run game is not going to help at all.
Yeah, so. Dak Prescott throwing 51 times. That's over 3 times more than Lamar Jackson. They can't get established on the ground. What are they going to do? I mean, Cowboys got, you giving Zeke the ball 3. I know Zeke's not what he once was, but he only got 3 opportunities to carry the rock. Rico Dowdle with 8 carries. What are we doing?
You got 5 different people carrying the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like what?
Pick a running back. Let him get in rhythm. That's
yeah,
it.
he can't. Nobody can get in rhythm in that backfield if you're just handing off to everybody. You know, hoping that you're gonna get one breakout run and then ride him afterwards. Unfortunate. It was nice though to see Jake Ferguson back and healthy. Oh, sorry, Andres. I'm so sorry, Andres. I need to fix my bot, man. I'm so sorry, Andres. Go ahead and. I don't know why that.
It says 30 seconds, but he says Dak gives Mason Judges.
Yeah, was it in caps though? Andres, I hear you. So yeah,
some of the words were in caps. Like he had like
DK?
or
Oh
like
my
KW3, yeah, which is terrible. MHJ, so probably just too many.
I'm sorry, Andres. We're reading it though.
Trade-off is Dak and DK and Mason Pickens, Kyler and AJB for Dak, DK Gibbs, Kyler, AJ, ETN.
Damn, you're making blockbuster trade over here. You trading the whole squad. What's your record?
That's it. Yeah. If you 0-3, you do what you got to do, my boy.
Yeah.
Got to see it through.
But if you have, I mean, yeah, right now it might be a good time to trade Mason here in the next week or two if you want to maintain some value out of him. But then again, you never know because Christian McCaffrey could be out longer, but he's supposed to be back after 6 weeks.
It said 8. I thought it said 8 weeks.
He's 2-1. 2-1. I mean,
if your team is winning right now, yeah, it's tough.
Dak DK, I love DK. Wait.
I mean, I traded DK away because I like DK as a player. I don't like him as a fantasy player. You know, sometimes it's just like because he's just not consistent. But I mean, now like Lloyd said earlier, like it feels good to have an offensive coordinator that uses DK properly. So you know, this might be the system that's working for DK right now because he wasn't having that last year or the year before. You know, he was big player bust.
Yeah,
you know, he wasn't the guy to like get the 9-10 catches a game. He was just like, all right, you're super fast. Go run a fly route. We'll see what gets you open in the corner somewhere. You know,
it is a pretty even trade though. Like Dak, DK, Gibbs for Kyler, AJ, and Etienne. Obviously, AJ is coming off hamstring. I hate hamstring injuries in general. Hamstring injuries
linger. Those things linger all year.
Yeah, he might be out for like is AJ out for 4 weeks or I don't know, but
I think it's like 4.
But it's very easy to re-aggravate a hamstring injury. And I usually, anybody who has a hamstring injury, I usually try to avoid them because they could pull it again at any time. That'd be my only reason I'd be worried about that. Where you got DK, you know, he's kind of cooking right now. Gibbs is gonna be a solid floor. He'll get you double digits every week. Etienne's not gonna give you much more than what Gibbs is giving you, at least not now. And then Dak's throwing the ball 51 times, man. Dak's still he's always been like a top 5, top 6 fantasy QB when he's healthy and playing the whole season. So, I mean, I think you carry more risk picking up AJ than you do keeping DK, even though DK can be kind of feast or famine sometimes.
Yeah, he's streaky. Like he'll have like great games and then he'll fall off for a couple, and then great games and then fall off. So you know, it's tough. I see him come back and make it relevant. Well, you like he said, you got Mason for at least another 6-7 weeks. So I feel like you keep that Mason, and if you're winning,
bad. Is there 2 offers? Oh, sorry. Okay. Dak, DK, Mason for Pickens, Kyler, AJ. I don't like Pickens. I don't like Pickens either. I mean, I don't care if Justin Fields. Yeah, I'm not.
Not for me.
I think you get more. If you throw Mason in the mix, low key.
So there was a stat about Fields, and this is the first time he threw more than 30 times in a game. You know what I'm saying? So like he's never been known to throw the ball so much. So
yeah. What's your team, Moss? Tell us your team. You're 0-3. Tell us how bad your team is. Send us the roster.
Write the roster.
Yeah, we got Freezy, Fantasy Trade Debo, Henry, and Reed for Amon-Ra and Gibbs.
No.
Nah, Henry's way better than Gibbs, and Jalen Reed and Debo are. When Debo's back healthy, he's gonna be good. When Jordan Love comes back, which is literally 2 weeks from now, he's #1 target over there. He's Jordan Love's #1 target.
Some targets this week too.
Yeah, even with Malik Willis only throwing like 19 times in the game, he's literally getting like half the targets. So I'm still high on Reed, even especially with Jordan Love coming back. Derrick Henry, Obviously, Derek, you can probably get more for that. Amon-Ra is a beast, though. Amon-Ra is a beast. Gibbs is a solid, you know,
I think
back,
Henry's
but
just another one of those guys who's a consistent 10 every week.
yeah, he's guaranteed double digits.
He's guaranteed 10 every week. You know,
Uh-huh.
like he's bound to get a touchdown. He can have 20 yards, 40 yards and a touchdown. And that's 10 every week.
What other? I guess it depends what other running backs you have. If you already have two good running backs, and you need and you're hurting that receiver and need somebody, but I think you're giving away too much on that trade personally. Let's see.
If he coming back and Mason being irrelevant.
That's possible. Yeah, you got to kind of time it. Like in one of my leagues, but I did in my free league. I I traded away Mason early. But Bijan Dobbins. Nah, I think you need to keep Derrick Henry then.
Yeah, I would just have three. If you could throw, and then one of them would be my flex.
If you could trade Bijan or Dobbins instead of Derrick Henry in there, then it might be better. But that would be more fair, I would think. In my opinion. What's up, Chupapi? Drive was good. Yeah, says you guys. If you guys didn't know, I came back from San Diego this weekend. A little 5-hour drive. We're good though. Are you in LA now, or did you fly back home? Maso has Mahomes. Okay.
Yeah, Mahomes, Brees Hall, Joe Mixon, DK, Waddle, Kittle, Drake, and Pollard. I mean, who else is on your bench? But I mean, it's not a bad lineup. Joe Mixon just hurt right now. I mean, and like I said, Mahomes is not playing high volume football. He's more game controlling. He's just playing the game easy. So he's not getting you that normal 25 points that he normally would.
Mm-hmm.
Waddle, no quarterback, so that's gonna be tough until Tua comes back, if he comes back.
Yeah, Drake London's heating up a little bit. Pollard had a bad week.
Kittle's hurt right now, so
yeah, Kittle's hurt also. I mean, your team's not terrible. How many is it? 12-man, or if it's 10-man, then your team's kind of
Oh, why did he?
Dude, I'm so sorry. I gotta fix stuff. All right, I'm so sorry. S Lapsky. Let me see if I can fix. I'm gonna switch back. Let me go to my bot tricks and see if I could fix this whole. I don't know why it keeps muting.
I'll read it out for you while you're doing that. It says my record is 1-2. What's your advice for a 12-man PPR 2 flex? Kyler, Henry, Brian Robinson from Washington, CD, Nico, McBride, Devontae Smith, Demarcus Robinson. Benches Higgins, Spears, Dowdle, Braylon Allen, and Dalton Schultz. Do you want to trade somebody? Is somebody trying to offer you a trade? I think you might have to make a trade. I mean, Higgins is gonna go back into that wide receiver 2 position in Cincinnati. I mean, from what I watched today, he had a lot of targets. He had an opportunity to score a touchdown, and he just didn't catch it. Devontae with AJ Brown out, he should be getting more looks, but I think he went out with concussion protocol, so it might be tough for him because he did get rocked in that game. Spears, he's just splitting too much with
Pollard.
Yeah, Pollard I think is more the main.
Yeah, Dowdle potential to take over.
Yeah. He was getting more of the carries, but
yeah, you're holding a lot of handcuffs right now, right? So you got Spears, Dowdle, and Allen, right? Those are the handcuffs.
Yeah, for Brees and
Brees.
Dowdle's just not getting enough love. He's just not getting a lot of love over there.
They're just not running and
ball. Yeah, 50 times. What can you expect? So if I would make a trade, it would probably be for a running back more because you got CD, Nico, and Higgins. That could be your 3 running backs. You could try to trade
and Devontae Smith.
Yeah, and you could try to trade one of them. Whoever's got the most. Even if you did like CD Lamb for 2 players or 3 players, maybe try to see what you could get for him.
Yeah,
he's still going to be one of the top receivers in the league. He's gonna get his points. He's gonna get his receptions. He's gonna get a touchdown. So even if they're down, it's high volume for them. They throw the ball. It's too much over there for him not to get the ball. So
yeah, I would say you could probably pair one of your receivers with like a running back. You need a running back for sure, though.
Yeah.
You're good.
Even if you did CD for like a running back and like a number 2 receiver or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could probably go for Drake London. You know, Drake London and a good running back for CD probably be a good trade.
Yeah, because nobody respects Drake London.
Yeah, and he's technically
and
the
he's
number one over
yeah,
there.
and he's been solid the last 2 weeks. He's got a touchdown in the last 2 weeks, so he might, you might be able to steal him if you're able. I don't know if you. I mean, obviously, we'll get into waivers here shortly, but I mean, like if you.
And also it depends on your record. If you need to win now, then you gotta, like if you're 0-2 or 1-2,
he's 1-2 right now, so
yeah, you might have to. Yeah, you're 1-2, so like you might have to trade your top pick, which is CD Lamb, and try to get 2 to 3 players, maybe 2, one up tier, one mid, and a low tier player for him, and maybe you could throw in like Dowdle or something, or Spears. Not even Dowdle because they're on the same team, so maybe Spears.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be tough. Like if it's win now for you, it's trading anybody CD, somebody's gonna take that trade if you make them a good one. So
yeah, just make sure
you can't
for
ask for like CD for Jettas and Aaron, or like Josh Jacobs or something like that. It's got to be a little more reasonable.
Unless you throw. I mean, if you're trying to trade and still pull another receiver, then you could probably do CD. You could do CD Higgins because Higgins has had a decent game today, so you might be able to pair him for like an RB mid receiver combo. You might be able to do like a CD Higgins for like a Drake London, Josh Jacobs or something like that, or potentially.
I'm not trading CD for more than one for 2 people. Like if it's gonna be CD alone for me. Like I'm trading CD alone.
Yeah, but you're just only gonna get 2 mid tiers.
Yeah, but
you better get at least if he's trying to I meant like trade him and try to get an RB1,
Yeah.
Like to
he
swap
could get
it.
Maybe, he could get an RB1, probably
CD
something along the lines.
CD for
like
Henry or what?
Yeah, like a Henry, and you could probably try to get another receiver on the side.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, McCaffrey, Puka, and Cup all injured. 10-man redraft. Who should you trade and for who? So 10-man redraft is that like you get to keep? It's not a dynasty, right? What does it mean by like the redrafts? I haven't played a redraft league before.
I never did one. Is that like you redrafting every week, yo? That's crazy.
You redraft midseason. I mean, Cup is gonna be back soon. If you have to trade one of the 3, probably Puka. I mean, obviously McCaffrey, you might want to wait it out on unless you could get something nice out of it. But you'd have to get something nice. Cooper Kupp's gonna freaking be the ball hog as soon as he comes back, though.
I think you trade Kupp because he's gonna come back sooner than Puka, so you could get something like you could probably get a better player since he's coming back and he's gonna get a lot of the passing.
That's true. You might be able to get more for a Kupp, if you're trying to get RB1.
Just because they don't have a time frame on Puka yet, so it's still like undecided.
Yeah.
So you could probably try to trade Kupp for like a running back. You might not get it, but you could probably do like Kupp for Zach Moss, something like that, something along those lines. So somebody who's good, but their name doesn't give them that extra edge. Like if you say who's another good running back right now that's Cook killing, you know what I'm saying? Like
James Cook.
Yeah, James Cook, you know what I'm saying? Like imagine
James
trying to do something, Kupp for James Cook, they're gonna be like, no,
Yeah.
So somebody like Zach Moss, you could try to get 2 running backs, maybe,
Zach Moss. Yeah, he's decent. Petco Park is beautiful. I love Petco Park. You have Daniels on your bench. You should start. I mean, Jaden McDonald's. Wow.
Jaden McDonald.
Wait, who's your primary? Don't you have? He has Patrick Mahomes, right? I think he must have Patrick Mahomes. I mean, Mahomes is like you might be able to use Daniels as trade bait. Honestly, Mahomes.
So I was talking to my brother, who's another fantasy guy. He does a lot, and he was like, if Mahomes doesn't give me more than 20 points this week, he's like, I got to bench him for. He has Daniels on his bench. He's like, I got to bench him for Jaden Daniels because you just need it. You need right now for points value. You need a running quarterback.
Yeah,
those are the quarterbacks that give you the most points.
Yeah.
You can have a quarterback who throws the ball 40 times, but if he's not scoring touchdowns on all those, on the majority of those passes, not majority, but a good amount of those passes, you need 3 touchdowns for your quarterback to have at least 20-something points.
That's true.
Or they gotta have 400 yards.
Jaden Daniels just needs to rush for 30 yards and a touchdown. He's right there over 20 easily.
Yeah, easily. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think you start Jaden Daniels this week. Depending on, I don't think they have a tough schedule next week. Might be nothing crazy, but I think he's going to be a full start from now on. I think after today's game too, he's definitely a start.
Definitely. Robert Muir says he's got 12 man. Dude, your team's stacked, bro. 2-1.
CD, Devontae Cup, Kelsey, A-Chain, Anthony Richardson.
I don't like Anthony Richardson. That's the first I don't like.
That boy garbage.
I don't like Anthony Richardson.
Somebody smell like
he's like who we thought Jaden Daniels would be.
Oh my god, did we see the there was another video. It was like these two guys like playing dodgeball with each other, just throwing the ball and catching it. And it's like Anthony Richardson and Caleb Williams, like they're just throwing the ball back to the defense and give it right back to the guy.
Talking about like when Russell Westbrook was throwing back and forth in that NBA game or takeout.
Oh man, that game was horrible. That Bears game, that game was disgusting. It looked like Pee Wee almost.
Yeah, your team looks pretty stacked, Robert. I mean, where you? Let me see. I guess running back wise, your second running back is Pollard or Brian Robinson. But you're locked down on receivers. Devontae might be out of there though, so there might be some. I don't know if you saw what the coach. I don't know if you saw what coach said after the game. He said people making personal choices, personal decisions. So we might have to make some personal decisions ourselves. So Devontae, honestly, if you get rid of Devontae for somebody, you might want to relieve the risk, or you hold on to Devontae. He might go somewhere
I think you
good.
hold on to him and see, if he might go somewhere good. I think right now for you would just trade Cup. He's not playing right now. You have Devontae still. You can do an A-Chain, Pollard, Robinson, and hopefully that'll hold you down, depending on who you get for the Cup trade. That's just me. You can try to get another receiver, or you can try to get a running back and just run a three running back lineup.
Yeah,
as your flex.
Andres has another 12-man league where he has Joe. Is that Joe Burrow? Brees, Mason, Marvin, Nico Bowers, James Cook, Waddle, Robinson, Addison, Dobbs.
I think you stay with what you got.
That's a solid team.
I think you stay with that. You don't have to start Waddle. You got Brees, Mason, Nico, Marvin, and James Cook. That's your starting lineup with Bowers right there.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
You don't even have to start Waddle.
Yeah, you're right, Mason. Unless you're trying to like pair Mason with somebody to like reduce the risk if whenever CMC comes back. But I mean,
he's gonna be on the high horse for a while. Like I said, nobody knows when CMC.
Honestly, I would rock with him too, and like let Mason be part of that team that helps you get you to like 6-2, 7-1. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Sounds like we got a new subscriber or something. I don't know. Something happened. I think that's an alert for. I don't know if that's one of my other kick alerts.
Hosted or something.
If somebody hosted, say something. A-Chain for Neighbors and Hubbard. Ooh, that's an interesting one.
I mean,
he's a Giants fan.
Depending on who you're getting, though. Depending on who you're getting. If you're the one getting Neighbors and Hubbard, I'm taking that. But you know what I'm saying? Like if you're trying to trade me A-Chain for Neighbors and Hubbard, I would take Neighbors because he's the number one target. He's getting too many targets to not have in a starting lineup right now.
If you're hurting that wide receiver, then yes. If you, I don't know though. Hubbard had a good ass game. I don't know. Like Hubbard had a couple of nice games last year too, and he kind of like ended up being that kind of like.
Is more spread, so he could pop off. So
he could be better though going forward. Yeah, with the boy Red Rocket throwing.
Red Rocket. It's just A-Chain. That no quarterback situation.
Yeah, it's hurting him. I just traded for him in one of my leagues, and I instantly regret it because I was like, wait a second.
If you can't pass, they're just gonna stack the box.
Exactly. Where the opposite, and the opposite just happened right now for Hubbard. Same thing with Saquon last year. Nobody could pass on the Giants, and Saquon couldn't do anything. But now that there's air threat, he's doing everything. So, everybody just stacks the box on A-Chain, and you got some.
I think if you're trading A-Chain and getting Neighbors and Hubbard, and if he accepts that, I think you're taking some risk. Yeah, you're taking some risk out for yourself. Neighbors will definitely get you 10, because he gets so many targets. He's basically the base of every play from what I've seen with the Giants. From what I've seen,
Puka for mixing straight up.
I'll do that.
I like that. I like Mixon. I'm a Mixon stan for life, even though he let me down a couple years of fantasy on Cincy. But he's just what was his injury? He was hurt for a little bit.
I think it was like his ankle, but he was supposed to be coming
low
back,
ankle sprain.
So.
All right, as long as not high ankle sprain, because those are usually like 3 weeks. I feel.
But, I just traded Neighbors and CD for Moody.
Shut up, Dave. You're so dumb. You're dumb. You guys CMC Kittle, Allen, and now Eckler injured. Yeah, Eckler just had a concussion though. He'll be back. He'll be back.
2 weeks. Yeah, I'm in Ryan Jennings. I want to see what. That's a
hey,
good.
Jawan Jennings, dude.
Anybody who started my boy Jawan Jennings.
Yeah.
Jawan a man. Do I start Ayuk or Garrett Wilson? Week 4. Wilson plays 13, so I don't know. You know, it might be Ayuk's week next week.
Probably. I mean, he's coming. Yeah.
Now they might split it off and realize like Jawan Jennings isn't somebody you could just let go 1-on-1. You know.
Yeah. Ayuk needs he's due for a game. I would start him for next week. Who are they playing next week? We're gonna do. Hey, let's do a quick little segment. Actually, we're gonna do a quick little segment. As the title of the stream says, we got contenders or pretenders.
Yeah.
All right, let me switch over to the other screen here. Read while we're at it. Reed got Etienne A. Jones, Jetta's Neighbors, Kittle, Zay Flowers with Daniel and Worthy. That's solid, man. You're solid.
Yeah. I keep that.
2 QB Superflex.
CJ,
man. You played a 2 QB, right? You played one of those leagues.
Yeah, I'm in one of those right now.
All right, this is your advice for that one then.
Yeah. CJ, Trevor Lawrence, JT, Javonte, Amon-Ra, Devontae, Pitts, Keon Coleman. I don't know about him. Rashad White, I don't know what's going on with him. Bucky Irvin's coming in there and taking a lot of the fucking touches. It's kind of scary because I was big on Rashad White this year. Will Levis, Deshaun Watson, Likely, Mozart, Herbert. Then you got 5 quarterbacks, bro. Jesus. Chandler, Elijah Moore, Palmer.
It's a 2 QB Superflex, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah.
Having
3. Are you putting in 3?
Now you're missing skill players. Yeah, 3 is what I have in mind. Because now, like, you have Levis and Herbert. Like, you know, you could rock with maybe CJ.
Yeah, Herbert's hurt, right?
Lawrence. Yeah, Herbert just got hurt this week, so you could probably do something with him. But
man,
Levis, you gotta let that guy go. And Watson.
You might have gotten messed up by not drafting a quarterback high in a 2 QB league.
Yeah, you have to draft the quarterback high. Because you know you want a QB that's gonna give you 20 points each. So
yeah, that's tough. Your QB situation is tough. You know you have 5 of them, but like they're all. Like
that's
mid.
Khalil Herbert. Okay. All right, that's Khalil Herbert.
My bad. Justin Herbert too. Even worse. No, just kidding. No.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, he's not getting no love either. That put that boy on the release.
Yeah.
The drop button.
Would you trade Puka or Cup for Mixon? Who comes back sooner? Did he come back at the same time? Puka was 4 weeks, right?
Yeah, Cup supposed to be back sooner. He just has a high ankle sprain, so we'll see.
With both healthy, who's scoring more?
Between Puka and Cup?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from week 1, before Puka got hurt, Cup had like 10 targets already before Cooper had 3. So it was crazy.
Yeah, I like Cup better.
Yeah, Cup. He just got a better rapport with
he'll get a lot more of the short passes too. I feel.
Yeah, especially if you're in a full PPR league, like you want somebody who gets the ball a lot.
Yeah, no problem, Andres. Thanks for asking. All right, let's go over with our contenders or pretenders. We got a few undefeated teams here. I want you guys in the chat to tell us if you think they're contenders or pretenders. We got the 3-0 Buffalo Bills.
Contenders, baby. I
Easily.
said it earlier in the show. Josh Allen is my MVP right now. He's just playing lights out. You got to give it to him. They got 112 points in 3 games.
Yeah, they're easily.
And only gave up 48.
No Stephon Diggs. They're still the offensive powerhouse that they have been.
No Stephon Diggs, no Gabe Davis. Yeah. Everybody said they're missing that.
In their whole division,
they finally scored today too. So he finally found his guy. So
about time.
This might be the start of something. Yeah, exactly. Might be the start of something.
About time. And only 48 points allowed. So the most points scored and least points allowed in AFC East right there.
Yeah, in the division. the Jets supposed to have one of the top defenses in the league. I mean, they're only 4 points off, you know what I'm saying, which is not terrible,
but you know, Bills defense pretty good. DeMar Hamlin, shout out DeMar Hamlin, first interception of his career today.
Hey,
he's looking good. DeMar, hey yo, DeMar. Yeah, we were scared when Tua cracked his skull into your chest. We got the AFC West. We got Chiefs. The Chiefs are surprisingly 3-0. You could say they should be 1-2 if the refs weren't there. But
no refs, no Chiefs, yo.
But the Chiefs 3-0. I mean, contenders or pretenders. The thing I hate about the Chiefs is that they always start slow. Same thing with like those of you that have Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey. I have a Patrick Mahomes Kelsey stack in one of my leagues, and I hate it because they always suck ass at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, no, they do. They always suck ass in the beginning of the year. And like, look at their stats. Only 75 points, and they're giving up 62. Like they're giving up a lot of these games are close. They're not winning, tough games. So
yeah, but I feel like they always end up being contenders at the end because they're like a long distance runner. I feel like, bro. They
exactly. They just keep their pace.
Yeah, they keep their pace. They start their pace like, we just have to do enough to win starting out, and then they start hitting their stride coming like second half of the season, going into playoffs. I honestly think the Chiefs are contenders for a three-peat.
Yeah, I mean, And their division is just at its lowest right now. So like they're taking advantage of what they got.
Yeah, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders.
Six games out of there. I don't even think they played any one of those teams yet.
Let's see.
They haven't played any division games yet.
Yep. Let's see. Armando says keeper league Pacheco and a 2025 fifth round pick for Devontae Smith. Nah, I like Pacheco.
Absolutely.
Keep Pacheco.
For a keeper league, you keep Pacheco.
Yeah. Devontae Smith. You can find a Devontae Smith on a lot of other teams. Not
let's
a lot of other
our
teams.
Terrible towel.
All right. What do you think about? Yeah. What do you think about the Steelers?
Contenders, man.
The Steelers leading the AFC North by 2 games over the Ravens, Browns, and 3 games over the Bengals. The Steelers 3-0, only 26 points allowed. That might be the least points allowed in all of football. The Steelers are always notoriously known for, they're always in every game because their defense just their pace. I don't know if it's offensively, defensively. They always keep their games low scoring, and they always have a good chance to win. And they're 3-0. We call them contenders or pretenders.
It's just tough.
It's pretend football at the end of the day.
It's just tough to say that, that they're contenders because we all
Drive
know,
safe, Ivan.
Justin Fields from last year is all we know. You know what I'm saying? But now he's in a better system.
He's looking nice.
He's looking good, but, it's how long is it going to last? And are they going to get, when the real games come, when they got to play the Ravens, when they got to play the Browns, when they got to play the Bengals, or when they got to play the Texans, all these teams.
That's true. Let's look at their games. Okay, so they played the Chargers, the Broncos, and the Falcons. The Falcons, maybe their only decent win.
And that was a terrible week 1 game for Kirk Cousins. He looked horrible. So
yeah, that was.
But once again, it's Mike Tomlin, and they say this every year. Mike Tomlin's on the hot seat, and then they make it to the playoffs, and then they win the first round, and they just.
100%, yeah, 100% playoff team. Whether or not they can actually contend for a Super Bowl, I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I just don't think they're Super Bowl. I think they're playoff contenders, just not Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah, they make the playoffs every year.
I don't see them better than the Bills or the Chiefs or the Texans, which are the top teams in every division. So
yeah, I say Steelers are gonna probably end up finishing like 10-7, 11-6, something like that. But off to a good start for them, but they haven't really played anybody yet. I'm in agreement. We're gonna say pretenders over there. Do we want to touch on the non-undefeated now? Let's keep going with the undefeated teams. All right, we got the Seattle Seahawks 3-0, leading the NFC West over the Cardinals, Rams, and Niners, who are all 1-2. Are the Seattle Seahawks contenders or pretenders?
It's just tough to say. Like, is Geno Smith going to play like this? Is their defense going to keep up the intensity that they have?
You trying to write him off or what?
Geno is looking good. So
Geno's looking even better than he did last year. The comeback
Geno
player.
looked good last year. Look, I knew Lloyd was still here. I was gonna say Lloyd, where you at? But
Yeah, the defense really good. Their defense really good. 43
only
points
giving up
allowed.
43 points for the whole season. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's and Kenneth Walker the third is gonna be
Yeah.
back next week. You know, even though
Mhm.
Charbonnet has been holding it down, I
Yeah.
would leave K9 out and let him get fully healthy.
Yeah.
You know, you guys are still winning. Why risk bringing him back a little earlier than he needs to be? So
Definitely, and they're
especially if
playing.
you guys are definitely cooking this division right now. You guys got a big advantage over everybody.
I think it's
So
one of the toughest divisions too. And I mean,
yeah,
Cardinals
this is a tough
are
one.
nice this year. The Rams are still pretty decent. Their defense
The
is
Niners,
their defense is terrible with the loss of what's his name retiring.
Aaron Donald
Aaron Donald
and
retiring.
Jalen Ramsey gone as well.
Yeah,
So.
Niners. Niners are just hurt right now, so the Niners are gonna come around. They're just injured right now.
They got a lot going on with them. The defense is not able to get. They're giving up a lot of points right now. So
yeah, I like what Jesse.
And not scoring a lot of points.
Yeah,
so.
I like what Jesse says. I think that they're more likely than the Steelers, but I think they're still borderline. They're high end pretenders.
Yeah,
they're pretending so hard they almost could contend.
Yeah, it's all gonna come down to the playoffs.
I like it. Yeah,
it's all gonna come down to the playoffs, and because from the looks of it, they're gonna make it.
Oh yeah.
So
Gino
was a Pro Bowler last year. He's looking like he's about to do it again.
I mean, he's a veteran quarterback technically, so I mean, he's been there before.
For almost 8 years now.
He's our age. He's old.
Yeah. Yo, fuck you, bro. Wait a second.
Wait a second. All right. Last undefeated team. We got the Vikings. The Vikings, contenders or pretenders. They've been pretty fucking dominant so far. 85 points and only 30 points allowed.
Defense is crazy.
Defense playing good. I mean, obviously their schedule, no, it's okay. I mean, the Giants.
They beat the Niners.
They beat the Niners.
They beat the Niners. They beat the Texans.
They beat the Texans by 27 points. So that's pretty convincing right there. Yes, I mean.
We're gonna see. They have a tough matchup next week.
Yeah.
With the Packers, if Malik Willis is still gonna be the guy,
they'll probably beat him without him. But I mean,
Jordan Love.
No, Jordan Love's still out for another week, I think.
Well, the Packers are home, so
Packers are home. Yeah, that'll be the real deal, I guess. Because I think the Packers are a better team with Jordan Love healthy. But you still got the Lions in that division. So I feel like it's gonna be just like last year, where like two, maybe even all three of the four teams make it into the playoffs.
Yeah, like the AFC South.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How they all make it.
Steelers, the Bengals, and the Ravens. All three of them.
Yeah, top 5 defense and offense. There you go. Fun fact.
What's up, Shane? How you doing?
What's going on, Shane? Welcome back. What are you doing? Mixon, Hill, and Ferg for JT. What's that?
Tank. And T. Higgins.
I
mean, Tyreek Hill doesn't look like he was. Yeah, but
does he need a tight end? Do you need a tight end?
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, let's see, other tight end is good, but you're getting Jonathan Taylor and T. Higgins, who I think is gonna start popping out.
Those two are good. Tank, that was a throwaway for me. Just too many mouths to feed. Yeah.
I mean, it's too many mouths to feed, but it's more just the 3 main people: Mixon, Nico, and Stephon Diggs. Not even Schultz is getting any looks. He was one of Stroud's biggest targets last year.
Yeah, how low and when they blew out a top 3 team? Who'd they blow out? That's top 3. You calling the Houston Texans? The Houston Texans?
Talking about the Vikings.
I know, yeah. No, yeah, he's talking about the Vikings, but they blew out a top 3 team. I mean,
yeah, the Texans.
Texans are a top 3 team.
Yeah, they were. They're projected high. They're projected from the side. I mean, they high-powered offense. Joe Mixon,
top 3 in their division.
Collins, Stephon Diggs. That's the stagnation. So
no. The Vikings. No, he's vouching for the Vikings. I'm just saying that I think he said they blew out a top 3 team, but I don't think that the Texans are a top 3 team, and they beat the Niners. We'll give them that, but the Niners are not the Niners right now. They're still injured and all that stuff. Mark Andrews. Oh man, I don't even want to talk about Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews, I'm so happy I only have him in one of my 5 leagues, because he is Shit. Somebody smells like shit. Mark Andrews, man.
Can you believe that Caleb Williams asked for fucking royalties to the team? And you ask for royalties to the team, and you ain't even throw an NFL pass in?
Caleb Williams. Oh my God. Caleb Williams. Got you guys. Caleb Williams right here.
Shit! Somebody smell like shit! Somebody smell like shit! No! Somebody smell like shit!
Caleb Williams, man. Sorry. I keep forgetting, man. I gotta keep this fucking video on deck. I gotta like, hop on. I need to get my impressions on. Gotta go get my impressions, man. All right, that concludes our pretenders and contenders. It looks like we got some borderline contenders. Obviously, the Bills and the Chiefs are always kind of contenders for us. Whereas these other guys that we see 3-0.
I honestly think if the Bills were in the NFC, they would it'll be Chiefs Bills for the last 3 years.
You think so? I don't know, man. The Eagles.
I think the Bills are better than the Niners. That's just me, though.
Better than Niners? I think they're better than Niners, but I think the Eagles would match up better against them. Even though, we'll see. I mean, Niners.
Josh Allen he's just legit, man. I gotta give it to the guy. He's legit.
He is him. No Stephon Diggs. Legit. He's still popping off. I mean, the Saints we thought were, we're gonna just steamroll everybody, and then they lost to the Eagles this week in a super low-scoring game too.
Yeah, the Bucks was
the Bucks
heartbreaker, man. They were heartbreaking.
Yeah. Bucks and Saints, they both got their first losses, so they could have been. I still think, we had me and Piffin had Bucks to win the division preseason. Still a case though, because Saints also lost, but that was a really bad game by the Buccaneers this week.
Yeah. To lose to the Broncos, that one hurts the team's morale. Almost,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Especially because it's Bo Nix. What?
Mm-hmm.
Bo Nix.
Honestly, whoever wins the NFC North has the best record in the NFL right now. If you're thinking division wise, but if the Vikings can hold off the Lions and the Packers when healthy to win a division, then I think that would hold some weight to it. But I feel like the Lions win the division at the end. Just overall, but I could see it being close at the end of the season. We'll see. All right, we're gonna get into our league real quick. I know we've been on for an hour and 18 minutes. That we wanted to keep it to an hour so we could play some Warzone after. but
try to play a little Warzone.
Try to play a little Warzone before bedtime. This is our league right now. So we have 12 players, 12-man league. 12 Demario Douglases.
I'm not gonna lie, he was popping up the other day. I was like, yo, this guy fucking was right.
I told y'all.
He was getting a lot of targets.
Yeah, Demario Douglases. My team, the Demario Douglases, we were in first place, undefeated up until tonight, where T. Higgins got 4 points to beat me. Let's get into it. So this is our league. This is our second season together, running our community league. All 12 teams from last season returning this week. We got the first matchup, myself versus Mr. UFO, aka Robert, aka Take This DK on my Jetta. I am gonna, I'm gonna have an excuse this week. I was out of town and I didn't really get to scope out my lineups before I decided to pick who I wanted to start this week, because I definitely would have wanted to start Deontay Johnson, because I was already talking about how high I was on Andy Dalton. Yeah, Samaje Perine. I picked him up.
You picked up Quentin Johnson already. I was wondering who had that guy.
Oh, Quentin Johnson. Yeah. He was 2 catches for a touchdown.
He had a touchdown last week too. So that's he's a sneaky pickup.
A little mess up on my lineup setting part here. Me being out of town for the weekend, cost me. But then again, you got Mark Andrews with a big donut over here on Robert's side, and he had Dallas Goedert with 22 points on the bench. So we kind of both made our mistakes, and overall, my team scored more if you include bench points, but we take the first L of the day.
You can do that shit.
Little upsetting. Josh Jacobs, not too great of a week. Michael Pittman Jr. might be time to cut ties with that guy. Michael Pittman Jr. has been such a disappointment for me.
Look at this quarterback, Jesus.
I know, man. Anthony Richardson, man.
That guy, Anthony Trashcan.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Anthony Richardson.
Without Jonathan, it's like Jonathan Taylor's Saquon.
Yeah.
He's
The
like,
only good thing,
got that
except the
Saquon
only
role.
good thing is that Anthony Richardson could also run, so it kind of opens up JT better than Daniel Jones did. It was nice to see my bench. You know, bench we got the old timer DeAndre Hopkins popping off, coming back. Jaden Reed, he's doing his thing. He's just it's just nothing too crazy with
he's
the
getting back in the groove with,
quarterback's only throwing
getting back
19
in the groove.
times, so as soon as the boy Jordan Love comes back, we ready. I'm holding on to my handcuff, Mr. Allen here, just in case my boy Brees Hall wants to shit himself or something. But yeah. Have a good night, Duck. We got Robert. I mean, he has a fucking pretty good receiving core. He has Jettas and he has DK, so not too bad.
Mark Andrews give him a donut.
And Mark Andrews give him a donut. I know he has some.
Is Mark Andrews sell? He's got to be a sell, bro.
I don't know if Mark Andrews is worth anything right now, bro.
I mean, you gotta just throw him out. I mean, you gotta sell his name.
He might just
Trying to get something on the NIL for him.
He might just be
image and likeness, yo.
He might just have to be a drop, low key. All right, so I'm moving to 2-1. We got Robert moving into 2-1. A lot of teams going to 2-1 this week. Over here in our second matchup, we have the Big Kaluna, Mr. Dan, going up against Tiffers. Tiffers' team did not show up this week. Didn't really have a good projected point. So our league, we have half PPR and our kickers are nerfed. So if you notice the low scores, it's not like those leagues that you see everybody scoring 120, 140, and in that sense. But either way, not a good look. Between both tight ends of Baltimore, only one catch by Isaiah Likely for 4 yards.
That guy is a fucking disgrace.
Who picked that guy up? Oh, wait, you didn't give him this league? Oh, you got him in another league, huh?
I got him in another league.
Yeah,
I traded for him in another league. I'm upset. I gave him Xavier Worthy away.
Oh, man. Tiffers team not looking good. The only highlight there was Aaron Jones. You got that lovely Dallas defense that everybody keeps talking about. Best defense in football. Putting up negative points 2 weeks in a row over here. Over on the Big Kaluna side, he suffered some setbacks with Tyreek Hill not having his quarterback to throw to him, but Marvin Harrison Jr. coming through. Charbonnet.
Yeah, man. He's been a great pickup. If you were able to get him,
to fill him in,
he was a really good big pickup for the Seahawks.
Yeah, Charbonnet's who
he was good last year
hoping
too. When he subbed in a little bit. So
Charbonnet's who I'm hoping that Carson Steele could be in one of my leagues. Let's see. Oh, did you talk about Shane's deal? My bad, Shane. Your team is Hurts, Pickens, Higgins.
He was saying, would you do Mixon, Hill, and Ferg for JT, Think, and T? I would do that. I mean, if he's gonna, if you're getting JT and T Higgins, you're basically giving up 3 for the 2 because I would just stop him.
Mark Andrews is ass.
Yeah,
I like that. Any of IR spots, so you can play with that. Nothing much going on the bench over here. I mean, we got Tiffers over here hoarding 3 quarterbacks for no reason. She does have AJ Brown on IR, so that's been hurting her. Joe Mixon out, injured. So I mean, Tiffers off to a slow start. Yeah, a little tough for her there. I mean, J.K. Dobbins didn't have a massive week like he did the first 2 weeks.
John Lewis
doing that what?
John Lewis said trade JT and B Rob Jr. for T.
No. Don't you dare get rid of JT for that.
That's crazy. Unless
your
receivers are absolutely terrible, but you could trade a different running back.
You could get a receiver off of waivers. That's what T Higgins.
Jawan Jennings.
Yeah, dude, you better get Jawan Jennings. All right, we got we got Casey putting up 98 points up against Hakutua How dropping to 0-3. Casey getting his first win of the season here. Thanks to I mean, Casey's team's too good on paper to be as bad as it is too. He got Saquon. Luckily, Zach Moss came through for him too tonight.
Wait, he got Saquon?
Yeah, Saquon.
Where?
How's he Saquon? He's defeated. Right
on the left.
Saquon Barkley. Yeah, I mean, Haktua also, Hal was also another team I thought highly of too with the Amon Ra, Garrett Wilson combo.
Yeah.
I mean,
Garrett Wilson and
yeah.
Aaron Rodgers got to find it. They still ain't find it yet. They
Yeah.
had a couple of throws where they couldn't connect, but wide open. You know what I'm saying? Just
yeah, definitely. They're gonna get on the same page eventually. Aaron Rodgers still heating up. Obviously, he's dealing with a lot of injuries. He's playing for a long game. He got Nick Chubb, Hawkinson. Are they not IR? Oh yeah, why are they on bench? What the heck? Yeah, dude. What are you doing? What are you doing? How? Use your IR slot. You got one IR slot. You could fill it in with something else, but he does have Kenneth Walker hurt. Jordan Love coming back soon.
Yeah, you have to drop Jordan Love. His quarterback's out there still, so.
Not at this point now. You're already there, man. You got Derek Carr throwing up 8.98 points. Hell no, I'm not trading no Jordan Love for no Trevor Lawrence or whatever. Alec Pierce, your boy Alec Pierce, only one catch for 44 yards, so it seems to fit. It kind of fits his game, The other time he had 2 catches for 99 yards. Yeah, kind of crazy there. He's got Debo hurt. I don't know. Is Mostert even a hold anymore at this point? I mean, maybe.
He will, because like we were saying, like 18 is getting a lot of the load, and
that's
it's
true.
possible for
they
injury,
might have to just and they could switch to honestly what they should do is as soon as he's healthy they need to switch, literally go Detroit Lions offense and just fucking run it down the throat and just make it easy.
And work in the play action.
Yeah. All right, we got our defending champ here, Mr. Here for Beer, defending champ Here for Beer. Getting upset by the one and only Mari Sala's majestic team. Mari getting her first win of the season. Here for Beer. Defending champ starting off 0-2. 1-2. I don't know if he's here to speak for himself. But Mari, shout out Josh Allen, probably solidifying that win literally by shooting 9 points over his projected.
Yeah, and that's what won it for. Yeah, right there. He is. She was the only one she had left.
Yeah, Josh Allen for the win.
Oh, and this guy had James Cook. Oh, that's a heartbreaker.
So they're pretty head to head there, but
and Gesicki. Oh, he had 2 people. Oh, I know he's sick.
Yeah, he had a chance. He had a chance. So I mean, James Cook did above projection. Gesicki did as well, but Josh Allen he was a monster tonight. He had Dak pop off for him. I mean, these two teams scored pretty good. I mean, honestly, Mari's team isn't bad if she sets her lineups and she gets rid of Luke Musgrave. Dude, Mari, you get anybody but Luke Musgrave. She got a little Adam Thielen going over there, George Pickens. So I mean, she's got some room to make moves. It looks like we got a.
So Calvin Ridley is another one traded to signed with the Titans for money, and he's not getting nothing over there. Him and DeAndre Hopkins too.
I know they are not looking too good. JT for B Rob, Junior T Higgins, and Odunze.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not giving up JT at all.
I like JT. Yeah,
none of those guys are one. You got to get a one.
Yeah, I would rather. Yeah, you would be better off doing a straight up JT for another top receiver. They'd have to be a top because he's top.
Schultz.
You can offer Schultz. Oh man.
No, Schultz is terrible.
Mari, well, maybe with Mari, you might be able to trade Mari. Shoot her a message. She has Luke Musgrave. In our so the records aren't updated yet because they update tomorrow, even though the Monday night game's ended. We got Mr. Piffin against Built Like Jabba, aka Casey Piffin. Well, talk us through this one.
Joe Burr and Jamar Chase.
About time. About time, huh?
About time. I know, right? Finally, because I was getting a little nervous there. Yeah, but they saved me because
they won you tonight. Yeah,
Devontae Adams or Rashad White, weren't here this week. I mean, Devontae Adams is going through something over there in Vegas, so we'll see what happens. He might get tired of gambling at the craps table. So,
are you holding him or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep him. He's gonna be my guy no matter what. Kamara, another great pickup.
He might get benched.
I like Kamara, so we'll see what happens. And then my guy, I picked him up as a late round sleeper. The boy single carry.
Single carry. He punches in the touchdown for you. 100 yards rushing and receiving, though. That's pretty solid right there from your boy there.
Yeah, 100 yards and a touchdown. That's all you need.
He's kind of like a Zach Moss, where it's like he's not on a high power offense, but he is number one.
Consistent.
Yeah,
It's consistent for 10. He scored last week as well, you know. So, and then that Indianapolis defense, because they were just playing turnover game for that Chicago and Indianapolis.
And he put up 118 points. Imagine if you would have started Jawan Jennings and Chuba Hubbard.
God.
Oh, damn, man. you would have had 150, 150, 160.
Right? Jawan Jennings for Adams and Chuba for Rashad.
Dude, that would have been, you would have had a little 180. You would have had a season high point total. You know, Casey's team not too bad, respectable, over 100 points, 105 shooting over projected. Just ran into the chainsaw of Mr. B Piffin here. You know, he's got Godwin continuing his good season so far.
CJ Stroud and Nico didn't have their best connection. Stroud with a bad game against Minnesota, and then he started that Minnesota defense against himself, so kind of like a bullet to the foot,
countering himself.
But hey, I mean, it had them all 10 plus. So oh, that's Sarah. See, that's Sarah. Casey's the other one. 2 girlies, 1 cup.
Oh shoot, that's Sarah. My bad. Oh yeah, 2 girlies, 1 cup. My bad. Sorry. Sarah is built like John. All right, built like
that was my fault because I thought it was Casey earlier. So I take the win.
He sabotaged me on that one earlier. All the Houston players, I forgot. Yeah.
Fairbairn, Collins.
Yeah, wait. How dare you take Schultz from her? How come she don't have Schultz? She's riding high on her Houston Texans. That brought her to the semis last year, so in our playoffs.
She beat me.
Sam Darnold, man. Sam Darnold's low-key been popping off.
He's the quarterback to pick up. He's only rostered on like 24% of teams. So if he's out there in the waivers, definitely go pick him up. Definitely go pick him up.
All right, let's go to our final matchup of the week. We got the 2 undefeated teams, Dave and Mr. Fantastic. Fantastic with the narrow win by less than 6 points, being the only undefeated team in the league. He hasn't even showed up to this show. It's Fantastic. I saw him this weekend. I had some drinks with him out at the club in San Diego. And shout out to Fantastic, the first team to 3-0. He did get messed up with that Devontae concussion that took him out of the game there. He was having a decent game going.
Yeah, he was having a good game.
It was close. I mean, these are 2 good teams. I mean, you guys both scored, you scored just over your projection. Your projected win by 12, lose by 6. Heartbreak. We got Fantastic's team overperforming, even though, Patty Mahomes, nothing crazy.
That Hunter Henry, he did that Hunter Henry pickup.
The Hunter Henry.
I liked it Hunter Henry too, and he just didn't perform. Obviously, they went against the Jets, and it wasn't a good game overall. But
the other Henry though, Mr. Derrick Henry popping off.
Oh yeah, Henry squared, yo.
Henry squared. I mean, I still like your team, Dave. I mean, you got Mason.
Oh yeah, his team is good.
Mason didn't punch in a touchdown, but I mean, he's still,
it was a bad week for them as well. So.
Yeah, but you got, Zay Flowers. Obviously, just the Baltimore passing game is just not really existent in general. Rashee Rice is looking nice as usual. Travis Kelce, one day he'll come around. You almost made the comeback though, man. Jaden Daniels putting up 28 points for you.
Yeah, he almost.
If Jaden Daniels would have had another rushing touchdown or something.
Yeah. Oh, Dave had the number 1. You had the number 1 pick in our league, Dave?
Yeah. He's holding on to CMC for dear life right now.
On the bench.
He has Malik Neighbors and CMC.
So just trade him to me for a sack of potatoes. I got you.
Yeah. If you don't want Malik Neighbors, just let us know, man. We'll take him off your hands.
I'll take him for sure. Bro.
You don't need him, right? You got Rashee Rice in there, Devontae. You got Zay Flowers. You don't need Neighbors.
Rashee Rice and Zay Flowers were popping off the first 2 weeks, man. I mean, Rashee Rice still popping off.
Trading a wide receiver for RB. All right, he wants.
Let me know.
Yeah. Piffin got some RBs on his team, right? Who you got?
I got some people.
Yeah.
I got Chuba.
Oh, Fantastic got Jake Ferguson back and healthy too now, so he's probably gonna be starting him. So yeah, Fantastic's team is looking pretty nice. I mean, I still don't like Najee Harris, even though he putting up 10 points, 11 points.
Yeah.
I'm still not a fan. But
He's getting a lot of catches for some reason. So I mean, whatever. You'll take that all day.
yeah, and then Fantastic has some. He has some room for
Definitely,
drops. He's has some room to drop some people and look up some. The Raheem
Cool.
Shaheed 0 points that was pretty
Was a
pretty killer.
That
So
was a killer.
so
He dropped 2
great.
touchdowns. So
yeah, great bench on that because he was projected 10 points. So I mean,
I started him in another league and got barbecued because he had
yeah,
a donut.
yeah. JSN didn't do much better, but I mean, still though, it was a good bench there for 0 points. The 6 points saved them for the win there. But yeah, that's our league right there. We got league standings will update tomorrow, but basically Fantastic's gonna move the first place as the only 3-0 team. Myself and Dave dropping down with the loss there. Sarah also taking the L, but she has a lot of points scored. I think Dan's moving to second place unless you outscored Dan by over 20 or 40 points.
I think I did. I had like 117. I think he only had like 90. So
what do you have? Oh yeah, he only had 80. So yeah. So you should be 38 points. You might be just behind him.
Maybe.
Yeah, second, third place, moving up. A lot of teams moving to 2-1.
Moving on up.
You know, my team, you know, we got blessed the first couple weeks. We taking the L. But you know, it's all right. Sarah be killing in the pick. Oh, I know, right? Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. So yeah, just a quick, overview. You know, Juwan Jennings obviously popping off this week. Saquon, probably the number one scoring fantasy player right now. Josh Allen, Kieran, Derrick Henry looking nice. Dak looking nice.
Kyron, man, he's cooking.
Kyron's. I mean, he's been solid. I mean, you know,
he's all that's left over there for Stafford. You know what I'm saying? Between no Cup, no Puka.
Exactly. All right, let's take a look over at our waiver wire here. We got Jasecki from Cincinnati. I mean, he's not putting up crazy points, but he is getting the targets, man. He's been a really good receiver for Jasecki.
Consistent, you know, especially like tight ends right now this season aren't doing great.
No, not at all.
So if you got a tight end that can get you at least 7 or more, you know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna be doing good. Cole Kmet was going to be a good pickup.
Oh my God.
You know.
Yeah, 11 catches.
Getting 11 targets, 10 catches, 97 yards. But it could change all next week.
Yeah.
Like this week they're keying on him, and then now you got Roma Dunze getting wide open. I mean, Dunze had a good week too. He had a touchdown, a couple catches.
He did.
So
how often though is Caleb Williams gonna throw for over 50 plus times? I don't know about that, but who knows? Maybe they ride him till
even if they're down, then you gotta take him.
Yeah, we got Chuba. Pippen already got him, even though he's only rostered in 52% of leagues.
I drafted him.
He drafted him. Zach Ertz. There's a few tight ends that are like out there. Zach Ertz solid too. If you're just trying to get your 4 to 6 points from a tight end, just
Marty should be picking up one of these guys.
Yeah, Marty should pick up one of these guys for sure. I don't know why Ray Davis is picked up here, but obviously he got a little touchdown in today.
Oh yeah, that's because he came in for James Cook.
Well,
because they were up 30, so
yeah. So I mean, but what makes them
they're just doing it by the points. So
probably. Let's see. We got Cincinnati playing Carolina next week. I don't know. After what Carolina did to the Raiders, I don't know if people still want to pick up whoever goes against them.
4. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
They riding Red Rocket, Red Rocket.
Red Rocket, Red Rocket.
Like my dog when he wakes up in the morning. Red Rocket.
This guy's pretty nice, man. EO Sivas. So apparently he's Filipino and Romanian. Shout out Philippines. But this guy's been nice. He's got 3 touchdowns in 3 weeks, double digits in 2 of the 3 weeks. I thought he was a second tight end, but I guess he's a receiver.
He's a receiver, yeah.
Yeah, but
he's like the third receiver. Like he's like the Taj Boyd.
Yeah. He's the Tyler Boyd over there. We got your boy Andy Dalton potentially available on the waiver wire.
And it looked like they're throwing the ball. So
look at that. Look at that head of hair, man. He is
that boy gingery.
He is ginger ale. But I don't know. Do you have all right? Who's your pickup of the week? Who are we thinking of? Anybody on this list here?
For me, it was gonna be Cole Kmet, because I kind of my tight ends are kind of low. You need a tight end that's gonna get you some points. and he was getting a lot of the check downs. You know, he was running just short routes and you know, breaking them open. So he's the bigger pickup of the week for me. But if you need a quarterback, you know, you got to go with
Sam Darnold if he's available,
you know,
or Red Rocket.
Yeah, then look, if you look at him, he's only rostered in what 20? What did I say? 26%, 30%, something like
30%. Yeah, it's 30% rostered.
You know what I'm saying? And he not even started. So
yeah, and he's you know, he's been killing it so far.
Yeah, you know, consistency is the biggest thing in fantasy. You know, so you got to try to get what's consistent.
Definitely. And if you didn't pick up Jawan Jennings last week with Debo hurt, you're probably not gonna get him now. I doubt he's gonna put up 41 points ever again in his life. But you know, he might be good for the imagine he goes back to back. Like, oh my god, 12 catches for 200 yards.
Next week they play New England, bro.
They do have an easy schedule the next couple of weeks here, at least defensively against.
And you know, he's not. And the thing about Jawan Jennings too is that he's not being covered by the best cornerback.
That's true.
The best cornerback is going to be on Ayuk.
That is true. Speaking of Ayuk, Tiffers has Ayuk. Ayuk, maybe you know
Ayuk killing you.
Yeah, Ayuk killing you. Well, I mean, Roman Dunze is available in our league. He just, you know, he had. I mean, like him and Komet, they both had 11 targets, but like I said, like I don't know how often you're gonna see Caleb Williams throwing 50+ times.
And the Doomsday too, he's getting over 4 targets a game. You know, it's just if he could just reel those catches in, or at least if he does reel them in, get some yardage with them. You know, so that's a tough thing.
Conklin had a decent game too for the Jets.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
man,
he was getting open, but you know, it's just not consistent over there. That's another team with too many people. You know, it's hard to pick a person to.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers available, 51% rostered too. You know.
Yeah.
He don't got no legs though. He don't got no legs, but I mean, you know.
He was scrambling pretty good. He wasn't running, but he was scrambling pretty good.
Yeah, at least scrambled for positive yardage.
They play Denver next week. You know, Denver once again isn't too crazy.
I don't know, man. They just won. I mean, they just. You know.
Who knows? Right? Who knows who's coming up?
Yeah, I know, right? All right. Last but not least, let's just go over our Pigskin Pick'em. Shout out to Sarah winning for the second time in 3 weeks. I do want to preface that I was out of town and I forgot to make my picks and I missed out on 9 games and I got 5 out of the 7 that I did pick right to salvage, tied for last place. Unfortunate for me, Piffin falls one short once again. So does Duck and Howie, Mr. Hawk Tuas. We got, you know, it's a pretty close week. Man, I'm just bummed because this is gonna have to be one of my drop scores. I hope it is because I hope I don't score ever lower than a 5 again. But you know, it kind of hurt me for the overall, man.
You're pretty consistent, so that'll be one of your drop scores.
Yeah, but you know, that shit moves me down. You know, I want to process this year. It's gonna move me down the list. I was in first place for most consistent, but we'll have this crossed out. So my high will be 19. So I think I'll be all right. We'll be all right.
I only got 7 right. It says.
It hasn't updated, so it's but it's not. It's not. They update the final game. Have a good night, Tiffers. But you know, congrats to Sarah winning more money from us now. She's basically almost won her money back. She's won 2 weeks right now. We do have 13 participants, so she's getting a little $6.50 back. She got 5 bucks the first week because it was only 10 people the first week, but this time she'll be getting $6.50. One more win will pretty much set her up for I mean the rest of
for the season.
She'll be playing for free.
The house money.
House money. We got Tate Olson here, 10-man PPR, AR5, Barkley, Gibbs, Neighbors, Reed, Laporta, Worthy, bench, Pickens, Dell, Ridley, Strange, Bigsby, Mixon. Any ideas? JD5 owner has Love and Jacobs.
He wants to try to make a trade for them. I mean.
Who's get the fuck out. Yeah, get Anthony Richardson out of there.
Trying to trade it.
Yeah, if you get trade, if you get JD5 or Love, either or. I mean, really.
You know, honestly, you could probably do like AR5 and mix in for Josh McDaniels and like Jaden McDaniels and another low end running back maybe.
They probably don't want anything to do with AR5. They're probably just like, I'll just give you one quarterback.
Straight up.
I'm like, I don't want that guy.
He could bounce back, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. This is like the third week in a row now where he's been absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
So
honestly, you probably want to
you
get.
chilling with Barkley, Gibbs, Neighbors though. Like that's a solid 3 right there.
Yeah, you'd probably. He'd probably want Reed from you if you want to go for JD5 and Jacobs, but he'd probably want that Love Reed connection. I feel for when he comes back, but he probably won't. I don't know if he'll trade you. Yeah, you might have to throw an AR5 in there just because of the fact that he doesn't have love. Like he still has no love for like one more week.
And you could probably trade Mixon.
Yeah.
Maybe throw maybe Mixon and Pickens. And try to get like another receiver. I don't mind Neighbors and Reed, but Worthy. And, unless Mixon comes back healthy and then you could have Mixon at the flex with Neighbors and Reed, might be good. But we'll see what happens with Jordan Love come back. So
yeah, maybe you could try to get Jordan Love. Who knows? Because you got Reed already, so you might be able to even
get
do
the 1-2 punch.
You might be able to do like a, god damn, I don't know, Pickens and. I don't like Pickens, so Pickens is somebody for Love. I don't know if you want to give up like a Mixon for a quarterback, unless you're gonna pair it up and get like another receiver with it.
Yeah, exactly, 1-2 punch special.
That's a tough one. 10-man PPRs are crazy because like usually the teams are pretty stacked, man. Everybody's pretty stacked, so it's like it's a 10-man league, so you might even have. There might be a quarterback on the waiver. Though. Yeah, like we mentioned just a bit ago, maybe before you got here, Tate. But like, if you got Sam Darnold out there, or Andy Dalton's definitely got to be unowned in your league.
Yeah, he's gonna start the rest of the year after that performance right then and there. Like literally, he looked comfortable, and he had a good connection with all the receivers. So. He just might be the dude.
Yeah, you might be able to try for a quarterback on the waiver wire, unless you could trade for like a Love or JD5. But I don't know how stingy your team is at hoarding quarterbacks, because I know some leagues there's I usually have some friends that are hoarding a bunch of quarterbacks. But yeah, pick up Bucky for White. What do you think, Pep? Isn't that his backup?
Yeah, Bucky is the backup.
You're talking about picking up. I'll pick up Bucky off waivers, so that way, if you're an owner of White, if you should pick up Bucky as like insurance.
Yeah, you could have him for insurance. I have that in one league. I have Bucky on the bench.
Yeah, I'd probably pick him up.
I don't think he's gonna take the starting job.
Nah, Rashad White's had it for so long that'd be kind of disrespectful.
He's good, yeah, and it's not like he's terrible. He's been fine. He just when you split carries, you're not gonna be in rhythm to get your production that you want. So.
Yeah.
Marlon says, "Hey man, should I trade Barkley, Chase, and no? Barkley and Chase, I'm not trading those guys at all. I already have Barkley for Bijan, AJ Brown. Like, no, absolutely not. Yeah.
No.
Barkley and Chase alone is a better combination than Bijan and Neighbors and
and Brown.
AJ Brown. Yeah, and AJ Brown not healthy.
Yeah, we talked about AJ Brown coming off hamstring injuries. We don't like hamstring injuries. So if you see you see anybody that had a hamstring injury and somebody's trying to trade away someone with a hamstring injury history, like even me, I'm worried because I just picked up Adam Thielen in the league and he caught a sick ass over the shoulder touchnumber and pulled his hammy doing it.
Yeah.
Now Deontay Johnson's number one receiver there.
Super number.
Yeah, so I would no, heck no. You hold Barkley, Chase is that's your core. That's your team core. That's like your like cannot get rid of. I would even trade him for multiple people. If anything, you try to build around. Just keep trying to build around you. This is just our opinion, but yeah. All right, we got like a minute or two here. We'll answer a couple more questions if you guys have before we close the show. We got JT and Tank for A, Chain, Mixon, and Ferg. This one he saw. Wait, did you tell this one earlier, Shane? Is this one because you have Mark Andrews, right?
JT and Tank for A Chain and Mixon.
That one's
not bad. If you need a tight end.
A-Chain and Mixon are a little risky, but you know we like JT, that's why. But Tank, I feel like is a good riddance, and I think.
Are you trading? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, who do you have for your tight end for that league? If you have Mark Andrews in that one too, I'd probably do it just because. Yeah, Mark Andrews is shit.
Damn.
What were you gonna say? Sorry.
Now I'm reading the next one. So I have 2 trade questions: Tank Dell and Jonathan Brooks for David Montgomery and Waddle. I mean, I would do that because if I'm giving away Tank Dell and Brooks and I'm getting back Montgomery, Waddle is just an extra benefit right there. That's even a plus.
Yeah, Montgomery.
That guy is accepting that trade. You rob that guy for everything he got.
You rob that guy. No, David Montgomery is the one person you can rely on. And all 4 of those guys. Jonathan Brooks, you never know what might happen, but I don't know. Chuba just had a monster game, so Jonathan Brooks might have to earn his way into the rotation there.
I do think that Neighbors is top 10 this year, but it has to be.
He's a Giants fan, by the way. Just so you know.
It has to be real consistent. Like he is the number 1 option there. They are doing a lot of plays with him.
Yeah,
but it's still tough. It's still a tough call to make.
Devin Singletary is gonna have to keep helping them open up the passing game too. So
if you could do like Ayuk, maybe, and Kincaid for Neighbors, that'd be an all right trade. Because Kincaid, like, he finally got a touchdown today and some targets, but they also have Dawson Knox. I think it's Knox as another tight end that they throw the ball to. So
yeah. You know what? I don't think I would have said this like 2 weeks ago, but I'd honestly keep Drake London.
Yeah,
Drake London's more of a number 1 receiver on the Falcons than Marvin Harrison Jr. is number 1 on the Cardinals. I feel like he's more dominant, target dominant than Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, it's just tough over there too. Like, I mean, Marvin Harrison could start heating up, and maybe if you look at that trade, it's straight up, and Marvin Harrison is the number 1 now with McBride hurt. So
yeah, but you do have potential with Jonathan Brooks. Potential, barely. I mean, but you don't know. But even if you were just comparing Drake London straight up with Marvin Harrison,
the only reason why I would give up the Drake London, I would give him up, is because the Falcons haven't scored more than like 20.
That's true. And Arizona's a higher power offense.
Exactly. So, and Arizona, they try to score. They push the pace a lot. They want to get downfield.
And who knows if Jonathan Brooks end up even getting playing time? Honestly, that was
who's better this year, Montgomery or Gibbs? Montgomery's better.
I've always been team Montgomery over Gibbs, even though Gibbs gets drafted higher. Montgomery, he's a touchdown animal. He's literally on the same pace. Like his last 13 games, like the same pace as CMC was all last season. I think he scored a touchdown in like the last 13 games straight.
Yeah.
I might be mistaken, but it was pretty damn close to it. Should try to trade Puka.
I mean, that's a tough one, just because nobody knows when he's coming back. So.
Maz Kumbida. You guys think I should trade Gibbs and Moore for Bijan? DJ Moore?
DJ Moore? I mean,
Bijan has been underperforming lately, but I feel like he's gotta step up at some point.
I mean, he's been getting a lot of touches and stuff. That offense isn't scoring enough points to make him a super valuable asset to your team. That's the hard thing, They're not scoring more than 20 points a game, so. So how many touchdowns are you really getting? You're getting only 2 touchdowns. You got to hope that one is from Bijan, either getting a long run into the end zone or they get to the 1-yard line and they just pound it in.
And Gibbs is going to get you 10 to 16 points every week, like almost every week. So it depends. Bijan probably has a higher ceiling if they could turn their offense up with Kirk Cousins there. But I don't know. Is Moore worth anything? DJ Moore worth anything?
I mean, he was getting a lot of touches this week. I think you have more points between those two than you would get from Bijan. So I feel like that's a lose in that trade. I feel like that's a lose because you're trading 20 points away for you make 20 plus points away for maybe like just 10 to 15 points because Bijan hasn't broke out yet. So
Yeah. Who do you think
and
he
who
could
knows
get?
if they are?
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say and who knows if they're gonna start breaking out, as an offense and start putting up a lot of points. So
Yeah, Shane wants to get rid of Puka. Who do you think he could get for Puka? What's a equal value trade for Puka Nakua?
it's tough. Who knows? Especially on the timeline. I mean, throw some offers out there or tell somebody make your trade for Puka. See what you get.
The thing is, it might be hard because a lot of people drafted Puka like in its first 3 rounds. So
in like round 2.
So like I don't know if somebody's gonna. Yeah, I don't even know if like are people gonna still hold that value for him when he returns. Like, you gotta be able to get somebody decent for that early round of a pick. Otherwise, it's kind of like gonna be a hold. I feel like people are gonna be worried. And they're gonna try to lowball you for him. I feel. Neighbors top 10 wide receiver.
Yeah, he will be. He will be a top 10 receiver. If he's gonna get 15 targets a game,
he's gonna be the best rookie receiver for sure.
Yeah, he's gonna win.
Offensive rookie. Offensive rookie. MVP. Damn, hold on there, Giants fan. Damn.
Sorry.
No.
Offensive rookie player of the year. Yeah, I mean, it just got to be. You got to keep the volume. That's it. If the volume stays and he's getting 11 targets a game, 15 targets a game, 18 targets a game, then yeah, he's gonna get you those points that you want. So
they're gonna play some teams that have lockdown corners. We'll see how it does when he gets ISO, because now he's the number 1 target there. So we'll see.
He's gonna start getting doubled.
You got
him. Yeah. Yes. Do you not see it?
Rice, Leonard, Flowers, and Waddle as depth? You need a TE space for McBride injury. I mean, you can probably drop Jalen Waddle if you need to drop a spot, but see if you could trade. See if you could trade for one. See if you could trade for one though. Yeah, I think Neighbors. Yeah, I think Neighbors better than Marvin Harrison Jr. Stats wise by the end of the year, just because there's more weapons on Arizona. Even though their offense scores more, Marvin Harrison Jr. is only getting like 6 targets a game. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but he's catching like 4 or 5 of them, and he's getting a touchdown. Right? Like last week, he got 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
This week, he got a touchdown.
Yeah, he got 2 touchdowns.
He had 4 cut, but he had 4. Yeah, but he had like 4 catches for 100 yards. You know what I mean? Versus like Malik Neighbors getting like 8 catches for like 80 yards and a touchdown or whatever.
15 last week.
Yeah, something crazy like that.
JT and Tank for 18, Mixon and Furry. I mean, you're basically getting 3 for 1. They're
I
all
like
ones. But Mixon is hurt right now, so you're really just getting 2 right now. And we'll see what happens.
If you need a tight end, I like it because I feel like Tank is a dump. JT obviously is nice, but yeah, Tank is just taking up one of your roster space. But you do have to drop somebody because you're picking up 3 off of that, unless you're really
short a guy.
Yeah, I would take that one, Shane. I like it at least.
That was a good one.
Because Ferg's a reliable tight end for Dak. And Dak throws the ball a lot.
Once Mixon comes back, they're going to start punching the ball in with him close to the goal line. So.
All right, y'all. We're going to end it there. Yeah. We appreciate everything. We ran an hour and 58 minutes.
We were at an hour 13 minutes, 10 minutes ago. Yeah.
So yeah, we just blinked and boom, 45 minutes later, we're almost there of our goal of getting the show down to an hour. But hey, it wouldn't be possible without you guys. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate you guys once again. I hope you guys' fantasy teams are making some moves. Hope you guys are getting better, improving. Yes. Hopefully all the questions and all the answers hopefully are helping you make your correct moves. And hopefully, please come back and let us know if you like the trade or even give us bad feedback if you're not feeling hot about your trade either.
That trade was ass.
Yeah. Just let us know.
You're right.
As long as at the end of the day you at least like the video, subscribe to the channel. Myself, this is the BikeyMrown channel. So down there, a thumbs up. Hit the subscription button if you wanna help support the homie Mr. B Piffin here, who's been kind enough to be my co-host now for our 2nd season. He is Piffin_official, PIFFIN_official on YouTube if you want to subscribe to him there. Should be in the description as well. And then Mr. B Piffin on all socials, right? Pretty much.
Yep.
Mr. B Piffin. Mr. MRB PIFFIN.
Yes.
All right, guys. Thank you, Marlon. Thank you, Shane. Thank you, Maz, Sebastian, everybody. You guys have a good night. We'll see you guys next week after the Monday Night Football game. Peace.